Hey guys, fatpreacherman here. Just coming to you with a little commentary from Resident Evil 6. This is actually part 5 of my playthrough with my son apostleboy, and just giving you a little commentary today as you watch some of this. And one of the main things I want to talk to you guys about today was the Wii U, and some of the price points about it, some of the information about it. For example, you know, the price is not actually that bad for a brand new system that has a few more bells and whistles than, you know, say the Wii, maybe even the 360. But overall, the price isn't just screaming out "buy me" like the original one did. The original one came out at $249. This is coming out at $299, $349 for the upgraded version. And the upgraded version, the hard drive really isn't that outstanding. You know, I don't know what they're thinking. You know, both the PS3 and 360 are trying to learn from their mistakes with those teeny hard drives. They're trying to say they're giving people the option. Oh, sorry. I'll let you guys see this. This is really gross.
You're asking me?
It's a gross pus hole monster. I don't know what you want to call it thing. That's just disgusting. But what it does is it breeds zombies. See, it sprays people with that stuff, and then they turn into zombies. So instant zombies wherever it goes. It's a big pain in the butt. So not only do you have to fight it, but any humans that are still alive, you got to worry about them changing. But anyway, back to the Wii U. Again, I'm not excited. It does have 45 games coming out, but when I looked at them, over half of them were just Nintendo rehash. There's nothing exciting, nothing special. Almost everything that I would get, I can get on my PS3 or my 360. One of the original games is not just a rehash. It's coming out new for the Wii. Is like the Wii zombie game, and that looks interesting enough. But there's plenty of other shooting dead people games out there. A lot of them, again, just when I look at it, it's just that same old party childish crap that's been coming out for Nintendo Wii for the past, you know, few years. One interesting note that I did think was pretty cool is that it's cool, but oh yeah, sorry, apostleboy bit it right there. That's cool and kind of sucks at the same time is that they're coming out with a 25 gigabyte optical disc and optical disc reader built into the Wii. The good point about that is that the disc can be bigger, they can hold more information. You're going to get, you know, better games, and that's definitely more information than the 360 can hold. So hopefully you won't have any two-disc games. But the problem is that it won't be able to read DVDs. So those of you who like to be able to read DVDs in your system, having one thing hooked up instead of, you know, 6 or 7, that's just one less thing that it can do. Again, you can use third-party add-ons. You can't replace the hard drive, but you can use add-ons to increase the memory space. But you know, again, I like more so what the PS3 allows you to do, which is the third-party option of just buying yourself a brand new hard drive and sticking it in there. I mean, even the so-called new super slim PS3 or the PS3 Lite is going to come with a 500 gig hard drive. And if you're downloading add-ons, if you're downloading DLC, if you're downloading digital games as they want you to do nowadays and putting your music and movies on there, you're going to need a really big hard drive. So I don't think the little 30 gig hard drive that they're talking about for the Wii U is anything special. And the specifications for the system, while they look pretty good compared to the Wii, compared to the PS3 or the 360, it's not that special. You know, that it has the storage advantage over the 360 on the discs, and it has the disc reader speed over the PS3. But aside from that, there's nothing really that it has that's advantageous. So it's really not competing with anything except the Wii. So when PS3, when Sony comes out with a new PlayStation and 360 comes out, when Microsoft comes out with a new gaming console, you know, that's going to be yesterday's news as far as graphics and ability and speed and all those things. So I am definitely not impressed. But I would love to hear your thoughts. If you think differently, if you're interested in the Wii U, if you're planning on getting it, planning and waiting in line or signing up. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but I thought it was kind of crappy that you can't get that super mini laptop pad with it on the side right away. You get the one with the system, but if you want extras, you got to wait till next year. They're not going to sell them separately. You know, Nintendo is famous for having issues with this, and I really don't think that it's accidental. I think it's more that they plan it. They act like they can't keep up with demand, but they've had so much time to create these things. I think it's more so a case of them trying to bolster demand and increase the wantedness of it, that everybody's going to rush for it, everybody's going to try to get it, so that way that they get the money's worth, that retailers are fighting to get it. And you know, it's not dumb on their part, but it's dumb on our part. People who are standing in line fighting over it, dropping twice as much as it's worth. But again, love to hear your thoughts, your opinions. So hit me with a video response about it, leave a comment. Something else I wanted to mention I'm excited about is I got 49 votes on my survey now, so I only need one more. And so if you guys got a friend, if you guys know somebody else who's into PS3 and or 360 or just gaming in general, you know, invite them on over, get them to watch the video and get us another vote so I can give somebody the prize. I want to give this away and get started on the next survey. A couple other things I wanted to mention. I keep seeing videos, commercials for Skyfall. And I watched Bond when I was young, and I've seen a couple of them now and then, but I wouldn't say I'm really an avid fan. But I have watched it, you know, Moonraker and GoldenEye, and even that the first one with Daniel Craig I saw. But I don't know if I would say Daniel Craig is my favorite Bond. I would probably have to go with Roger Moore. I know it sounds weird because he was never really super athletic in the roles. Daniel Craig is much more, you know, flipping and punching and kicking and hurting. But I just, you know, there's something about Roger Moore's portrayal of Bond that I thought was fun. Not to mention his bad guys. I love Jaws as one of the bad guys. He was great to watch. Oh, this place. Sorry, interrupting myself. But this prison place, this is a pain. It's got this stupid little number lock system, and then, you know, you got hidden zombies in here, and so you got to deal with this crap. And then, of course, they don't just make it easy enough for you to read the numbers. Somebody magically floated up and hid some of the numbers, so you have to kind of guess as to which numbers. So it's a good thing that it's only a 3-digit system. Anyway, back to my other rantings. Like I was saying about Skyfall, so I don't know if any of you guys are interested. I probably won't see it till it comes out, you know, digitally or on DVD or Blu-ray. But, you know, if any of you guys are Bond fans, let me know what you're thinking. How you think Craig is doing as Bond? How does he stack up to the other guys? You know, which Bond is your favorite? And the last thing that I was really interested in talking about is actually coming on tonight, but I won't be watching it until probably Tuesday night, which is The Walking Dead Returns. And you know, it's been a little while. It's been a little while in coming, but I'm pretty excited about it. Saw some of the previews and read some of the stuff, and it actually looks pretty good. It's a neat integration of some of the comic elements and what the choices they've made and changes they've made to what was, you know, what's going on. I mean, if any of you have read the comic and watched the show, you know that there's plenty of things that they've done a little differently. And I'm kind of curious as to what they're going to do with Carl. Because if any of you like watched the show Lost, for example, Lost was supposed to have taken place, you know, actually on the island in the beginning in a matter of months. But the young guy in there, the child that came, he was aging, and so they had to make a decision of how to get rid of him, because it was becoming obvious that he wasn't there for just months, because years were passing as the seasons went on. So what are they going to do with Carl? Here we are in the 3rd season, and it's only supposed to be a matter of months. Since, you know, Dad got back and all these troubles have happened, so are they going to skip? Are they going to do like a lot of shows do and say, oh, this is a few months later, this is, you know, a year later, to try to keep him around? Or are they going to replace him? Or are they going to kill him off? So that's something I want to see. And also I really want to see how they deal with this Laurie thing, that crazy woman. I mean, she basically sicked her husband, sicked Rick, basically told him to go kill Shane, and then got mad about it. I mean, my wife can make me crazy, but that just would drive me over the edge. Not to mention all the people who he's helped and who he's been there for, and they're basically, you know, turning their back on him one way or another. And it wasn't like he had a whole lot of options in dealing with Shane. Shane is the one who set up trying to kill him, killed the other young guy just to get at him, and had every intention to try to kill him and take his wife and son. So, again, I keep saying, I'm sorry, interrupting myself again, but make sure you grab those skill points. They're especially the bigger ones. They're hard to come by. But you know, that whole dynamic is just, I don't know. I feel for Rick as a husband, as a father, as someone who has been in a position of leadership. You make those choices, and it's like, well, what was I supposed to do? I had no choice. I was put in a position, and you know, I've never been forced with leading through a zombie apocalypse, but I have been in situations where I felt that you know, things were more than I could handle, and I didn't know how to lead my family or lead my team. So I sympathize with Rick without having gone through half of what he's gone through. And then the other dynamics that are building, other relationships that are forming, and the way the other characters are playing off each other. You know, I don't know if when they showed Merle in the preview, if that's again Daryl just having issues like he did when he was collecting the zombie ears for his necklace, or if it's actually Merle making his way back, because we never found out what happened to him. He disappeared, looked like he stole the truck and stuff, but you never really found out what happened to him. So it's possible he could have found his way to wherever they are, or they end up finding out to where he is, because he continued on without him, and they end up meeting up with him. So, and then there's the hooded figure that was kind of introduced that saved Andrea, and of course you're going to see more about her. She looks like she's going to be pretty cool. And then there's the, you know, she has with her, I think it was the armless, mouthless zombies that she had trailing along with her. So that's pretty interesting. Kind of reminds me of the movie. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, Fido, where they kind of make the zombies harmless and then use them. So I don't know why she had those with her, but they could be used basically like pack mules, because she could like fill backpacks up with crap and strap them on their back, and that'd be a way to get stuff around. But I don't know if that's what she was doing. I didn't really see. I didn't really read the comic about that. But again, so I'm excited about The Walking Dead. I don't know if you guys watch it or what shows you're excited to have. Fringe came back and is plowing through episodes pretty quickly. There's only going to be 13 before it finishes. So even though me and my family are planning on watching it, we're kind of waiting. I'm trying to get as many to build up. I was thinking about just letting the whole season finish and then going back and watching it. That way I won't be left waiting with bated breath to see the finale. The good thing that I am excited about, though, is that they know that the end is coming, and they can bring some finality to stories, relationships. They can have a plan on how to end it. There's nothing worse than a series ending and there's no finality to it. There's no end. And here on the gameplay, we actually had an issue and we disconnected, and so I just played for a minute without Apostle Boy, and then we reconnect. But this is me just, you know, just figuring out what happened, realizing that, oh, he got disconnected, and then just grabbing a few things and then going back and reconnecting. But anyway, so back to the Resident Evil gameplay. Actually, this whole dungeon thing is going to lead up to getting you back in contact with whoever Helena keeps mentioning, not so subtly. There's someone that's been missing that she's following. If you paid attention to her speech, there's someone she's looking for, and you know, this whole dungeon thing is gonna lead to that. So apparently you could have opened that from this side too, but that doesn't really help you. And again, this little number button system, it's not too bad, but it's a little slow and it's a little clunky. And these are fun if you shoot the canisters. They explode and freeze the zombie. That's pretty fun. And you can walk over to a melee attack and they shatter. That's pretty cool. This room actually has double doors, so you have to open up both of them. And here, instead of having the normal boxes, they have these blue files. So if you kick those, punch those, shoot those, knife them, they'll open up, and you can get the little Resident Evil goodies that are hidden. I was watching one gentleman's review of this, and he was talking about how dark it is, and not dark as in mean or scary, but dark as in physical lighting. I believe he was saying he was having trouble seeing things, and I think that's part of the way they designed the game, because they want you to have to search and be scared and be frightened. That's part of the whole horror game genre. So I think that was kind of on purpose, and I got used to it. I turned my brightness up a little bit, but for the most part I got used to it. Again, the stupid security lock system. And well, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great weekend. Jesus bless you, and good gaming. Baby, 나는 more